We've got quarterback Carson Beck. Start with you, Adam.
Carson, obviously a tough game. Just what was Louisville doing that maybe made things more difficult for you? Obviously, with the interceptions, just what were they doing that made things difficult?
Yeah, the way that they lined up, they challenged us up front to try to stop the run, but play zone with eyes behind it. And again, they made some really good plays, but there's times where maybe I was a little too aggressive. And again, it's part of the game, but I have to protect the ball better. That can't happen. It's unacceptable. But again, credit to them. They made some really good plays and played really hard, but also at the same time, a lot of those mistakes were didn't have to happen. So,
how difficult is it, just to operate the passing game when they're able to pretty much eliminate the run game?
it does make it more difficult for sure, but also there's a bunch of areas where we have to get better, right? And that starts with me. But again, whether that's me using my feet more when things aren't there, whether that's me just taking the check down, which usually I do a good job at. But again, they line up and they play well, and you have to give credit to them. But there's a lot of stuff that we can fix and get better at.
Jordan, Carson, the last interception, you guys are in field range. Just the balance of being aggressive, trying to go for the win, but also knowing where you guys are. What's that balance like there?
Yeah, I don't know. We called the play and they blitzed off the edge, and I'm hot, and I think there was a miscue or miscommunication of the play and the routes that were supposed to be run, and then the guy was able to undercut it because we weren't in the right place. But it is what it is. Obviously, it's a tricky situation when you're in field goal range already, but we had a good play called. It just there was a miscommunication there, and it's part of it.
Carson, on that last play, that last interception, were you not expecting that defender to be there? They're running that kind of sim pressure and they're popping out at the snap.
We have a perfect play for it. We had a miscommunication with the route and what we were doing. So just sort of ran the route wrong, and I went to go throw it because we're hot off of the pressure. And again, he made a good play on it. So, but it definitely didn't help that we ran the wrong play.
Carson, as you said, maybe a little too aggressive at times. How much was that a factor of just getting down 14-0 early and feeling like you were playing catch up most of the game?
It's part of it, but there's a lot of football left to be played when you're down 14 in the first quarter. And again, we had some of the shots. I mean, the first one, the kid made an unbelievable play. The second one, the ball just didn't come out good. He had him beat. And then third one, it's fourth down, and he's open. I just missed the throw, and then the last one it happened. So again, sometimes you got to take the check down when guys are going to just play zone, and but they also did a good job of mixing in pressures and messing with our protections and things of that sort. So again, they outplayed us, and I have to be better. It starts with me.
Go ahead, Brian.
Carson, what do you have to do to not only get yourself kind of back from this game, but also the rest of the team? What can you do to be a leader to help this team get back and get ready for next week?
Yeah, well, it's a good thing that we play 12 games and not just one, and that's the biggest thing that we have to realize is just going 1-0 every single week. We have 6 more opportunities, and this game doesn't define us. Just because this game went bad doesn't just throw away the first 5 games that we had, right? We've been very successful this season, and we laid an egg tonight. And again, that starts with me as a quarterback, as a leader on this team. I have to be more disciplined. I have to prepare better. I have to play better. And again, I'm going to do that, and come back with fire. And that's all we can do is just on to next week 1-0.
Do 2 more. We'll start with you, Adam.
Carson, obviously, in your time at Georgia, you had tough losses that you needed to basically shake off to keep, good seasons going. Just what's the key to kind of getting over a loss when there's still a lot to play for, still, half a season and playoff potential and everything's still out there?
Yeah, I kind of just said it. It's a long season, right? We play 12 games, and again, it's always going to be a game in those 12 games where, you learn from something and you hope that you learn from it without being penalized with a loss, right? And obviously tonight we came up short, and the biggest thing is just focusing on what's next, right? Not what's happened, and that's a win or a loss, right? And again, whether you win or lose, you got to move on to next week. You got to play the next opponent. They're going to come in and give you your best. So again, credit to them. They played well, and again, we give them some stuff, but we lost, and it's on to the next one.
Wrap it up over there.
Carson, last couple games, it's been a struggle to run the football. Is it something that these teams are doing defensively, like snapping spots, or is there something you guys can do to adjust, or is it schematic or play calling to be able to run the ball better?
And you go look at the first, I don't know, 4 games we played, and we were running it all over everyone. So you think their D coordinator is watching that film saying, oh, we're just gonna line up in 2 high shell and just let them run it over us and say F it, right? I don't think any D coordinator that has a brain is gonna do that. So again, they're gonna pressure us. They're gonna put guys in the box. They're gonna try to take that away. Obviously, we have one of the best O-line in the country and some of the best backs in the country. In my opinion, they're the best in both categories. So again, defenses are gonna make that a priority. So we just have to find ways to, still be able to attack and commit to the run, but then also be able to execute in other areas as well.
Thank you, Carson. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Carson.